Right, good day everyone. This is Mapletree Pan Asia Commercial Trust. Third quarter FY 23-24 financial results dated 29 January 2024. Right, if there's a black sheep in the Mapletree family, this is it. Right, DPU is 2.2%, NAV 1.37, aggregate leverage 40.8%. You can see higher than its two brothers, MIT and MLT. Okay, not going to say the rest too much. Portfolio occupancy is relatively high. Okay. So they'll talk about a lot of things, okay. However, actually we just want to look at DPU, right? So DPU is again diluted by elevated interest rates and absence of one-off gains, okay. DPU again, same statement being made, alright. So yeah, let's go straight to the numbers, alright. So not worry so much about what they say, right? DPU is down 9% from the same quarter last year. Right, so from compared to the same quarter last year, DPU is down 9.1%. Actually, this is not surprising, because if you look at the last quarter, second quarter, right, it was down 8% from the same quarter last year, which means that this trend is more or less a year-on-year drop lah. That means from last year to this year, the drop is something like 8 to 10%. Right, if you look at the 3-quarter comparison later, which is this one, right, 3 quarters of this year versus 3 quarters of the same period last year, right, it's down 10%, right. So across the board, you can see what is eating up the money from this REIT, right. You can see it's utility and financial costs. I think these are the two main issues, right. I'm hopeful that they can control this better, but we'll see. Okay, what I want to say is that at first glance it looks bad, everything is down 9% and 8%, but if you've been tracking the quarter-on-quarter results, this is not unexpected, this is expected, right? So we can hope that this is the bottom, because the last few quarters, or the last quarter it was 8%, now it's something like 9%, right? Hopefully it can sort of steady around this area, and maybe next year the DPU may even improve outwards, right, rather than down from the high of the previous financial year. Right, so they focus a lot on the SGD side, because the SGD side is doing well and holding on the portfolio, but they don't really talk too much about the Hong Kong side, which is not doing well. Right, so leverage ratio 40.8%, not too different from the last quarter we checked. Interest coverage ratio 3 times. This is very borderline safe. Okay, so not good, right? The other two Mapletree REITs have better interest coverage ratios, right? Good that they have pretty high fixed debt rate. Their weighted all-in cost of debt is pretty low, and it seems to be a feature of the Mapletree family that they can keep it somewhere at the 3% range, right? So slightly worse ratings from Moody's. Okay, not going to talk too much about this. We're just going to try to look at what has happened, right? So actually the big worry is this one, Festival Walk. Okay, tenant sales up 3.8% year on year, shopper traffic up 6.3%. You can see that the sales are not doing so well. Actually, Vivo City also, even though 10% increase shopper traffic, but only 1% increase in sales. These numbers are actually not good for Vivo. But luckily, Vivo still rental revisions are good, right? So we'll go straight to the rental revisions. Okay, so these are the other aspects of the REIT which are not such a big worry. So some positive, some negative, but at least the negative is not too bad, right? So, but this is the main story lah. Okay, it's always big. Vivo City very good, Festival Walk very bad. So everything they earn here, they give back here. Right, so this is the story of the two REITs together, which is, I mean, like what we said earlier, why the REIT got revalued once the Festival Walk was added in. Right, so we've talked about this, not going to talk too much about this. Right, Vivo City, honestly, I'm a bit worried. Alright, so far it's been very positive for REIT. Right, this has been holding up the REIT so far, but look at the sales. Right, this has to go up, otherwise your rent cannot go up, right? So Festival Walk, yeah, slight increase, but this might be the COVID low still. So a 3.8% increase of the COVID low to me isn't that great lah. Okay, so we're moving on quickly to the outlook. Right, Singapore generally is like low to moderate growth, nothing too exciting, right? Hong Kong is the worry. Alright, yeah, rents have remained below pre-social incidents and pre-COVID level, right? So that's not very good lah, right? And I think if you think about, yeah, this is the big worry I have, Right, this is the big worry and the long-term headwind I have for Festival Walk, that when all these malls are completed, I'm not sure if the traffic at Festival Walk will become worse. And yeah, I'm just worried from a macro level for Hong Kong, because Hong Kong itself is not doing well, and there are so many shopping centers coming up relatively nearby to Festival Walk. Right, so these are the worries I have for this REIT. Right, okay, with that, I'm not going to say too much. Thank you for your time. Right, remember, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence while investing. Okay, thank you and goodbye.